kicked off a bit last week, didn't it?
We just play it by ear.
That's why I'm keeping my distance.
There's no predicting, so we'll deal with whatever comes out.
Do you know Charlie Beach?
I know of him, I don't know him.
Well, somebody was a video last week, the Gardens.
Yeah.
They seen one of the guys, one of the protesters, and he had exactly the same red paint in his shoes that was on the bathroom.
Right, okay. I mean, I wasn't working it last week, so I don't know what happened.
Like there was a bit of a brawl with some of the police officers up to
right, got you.
So they had to get a few more police officers round and
right. Yeah, like I said, I'm not the wiser, I wasn't here last week, so
they don't like YouTubers up there because they call them far right and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I've seen it before. I mean, I'm only just getting in the game. We've only got 2 videos on YouTube at the moment. I thought I'd come in and get some content, but keep it in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's the way to do it. You don't piss people off a bit, do you? You know, if you get someone that don't like a camera in the face, do they?
No.
Yeah.
And one of your subscribers, mate.
Which one?
One of your subscribers.
Hiya.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Nice to meet you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if what's her name, Charlie and the Looking Glass are going to be coming round. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Do you like the Looking Glass or?
Yeah, I do. I watch his videos, watch yours, I watch Charlie's.
Have you got your own channel? Or?
I have, but I've only got 2 videos up, so I'm just getting into the thing. So I thought I'll come down. It's called Exploring with Paul. I've already met Joe Vlogs. I just did 2 videos. One was like, I want to get into the paranormal stuff as well.
Right. Okay.
So I watch all the auditors.
Who does paranormal now?
Exploring with Fighters I watch.
Onington Yorkshire does it sometimes.
Dark Arts TV. Yeah, oh dear.
So what are you doing here today? Just open to
I just thought I'd get some footage of it like you guys.
Yeah. Well,
I'll try and keep my distance a little bit because I was a bit tough last week, didn't it?
And the week before.
Yes. I saw the one where you had them all following you down the road.
Yeah.
And do you know what gets me is, right? They're looking for peace. They want peace with the Palestinians. Yet they're kicking off and spiraling around what they're going out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I can't support either side.
I don't. I support the innocent victims on either side.
You can feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? Nothing else to do with it.
That's it. There's innocent victims in Israel and there's innocent victims in Palestine. And to me, I think the Palestinians are being used by Hamas as basically human shields.
That's a bit more complex because I think they've grown up with the kind of things that they do kind of thing. But when there's an atrocity like this, they will disown it, but it's being funded anyway by like Iran and other states like that. So they're being manipulated as well. Yeah. I mean, it'd be stupid to take on Israel because they can do what they want.
But what got me
like in terms of like armory, you know what I mean?
Israel had their own right to defend themselves, but then again, they won't let Western reporters in, and they targeted British aviators. So it looks a bit sus, doesn't it?
I mean, for me, I don't think that the Israelis should have been able to kind of like continue it.
Yeah.
Continue. I think it should have lasted 24 hours because they were bloody angry.
Basically, they
And
need
you
to
can
give the
understand that, you know.
they need to give the hostages back and get round the bleeding table.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like,
But every time you mention to these lot about the hostages, they go quiet.
yeah, well, while these hostages, I mean, all this is just stupid. If you need to talk about the hostages, it's not about anything else. But those hostages,
You're never going to get changed by just doing this. You need to get round the table.
I mean, to be fair, he's doing it again.
What's that?
He's flying his drone there.
Shouldn't be doing that in here. That's illegal, isn't it?
So like, guys, he's flying his drone again. Look at that.
Look at glass and look at your drivers. Exploring the park.
Oh, nice one, you're right.
Yeah. I'm the one who gives you information about you know when you did round White City and told you about it used to be a stadium.
Oh,
Hi mate, you alright?
yeah, mate, good.
What's your name, mate?
You okay? Yeah, just see the thing. Yeah, man, I did that. I know.
Got some more YouTubers here.
Yeah.
What have we got?
Ramsey Audit.
Ramsey Audit. Ah!
I've just
Yeah.
Nice to get you.
subscribed to you as well, by the way.
What's those channels, James Watts? Yeah. What's your channel? Oh, yes! Yeah, you put on more YouTubers here, didn't you? I'll tell you what.
He's a legend.
Right up last week.
The Cove Ranger himself.
Ramsey, that's it. Ramsey and Looking Glass.
1, 2, 3, 4,
You won't believe who these are.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Looking Glass.
Big G of Palestine.
So Manchester, this is the 38th consecutive weekend that we have marched through the city centres of Manchester and Salford in support of Palestine! And all of those 38 weeks, the limited hardship that we face marching on our own streets is nothing compared to what the Palestinians in Gaza and the Palestinians in the West Bank and the Palestinians everywhere in the world have had to face. So let's have our biggest cheer of the day for all of the Palestinians who we are in solidarity with today.
I think you might have felt one of them guys who did the band, didn't you?
And we will
Did you see Grant Audit? Well, there was Grant Audit's last one.
We have a right to march, we have a right to protest, we have a right, just as the Palestinians have the right to resist. So let us march today!
Charlie coming, do you know?
And let us, as always, look out for each other on our marches. Do not respond to provocation. I know it's difficult, but do not respond to any provocation. Do not respond to the police or the random ragtag of Zionists. Just keep your focus on Palestine, because that's the message that we are sending to people. Manchester supports Palestine!
They're the one who provocates, not us.
let's also say a big thanks to all this gang from Oldham. Shall I call you a gang? Anyway, to the very youth Front for Palestine, to the slightly older Oldham United for Palestine, thank you as always for the banners and the speakers and the platforms that enable us to start our marches. Your support has been invaluable. And Oldham is the place where the local community and the Oldham Peace and Justice Group of everybody, you've got a chance. Go down to Shedstone Shedstone tomorrow. Go down and help again to shut down Elbit. And if you can't make Sunday, then try Tuesday, because the regular monthly demonstration on Tuesday takes place outside Elbit in Shedstone. And we will continue to say, we've got Elbit out of Oldham. Now let's get Elbit out of Shedstone and out of Kent and out of Leicester and out of everywhere else in the UK. And let's have a particular shout out today for Palestine Action, who closed down Elbit in Kent and smashed it up. Well, allegedly smashed it up. Anyway, it's not functioning. So well done, Palestine Action, for closing down another Elbit factory there. And today we demonstrate a march after 38 weeks of Israel.
Yeah,
bombing the north of Gaza and forcing people south, bombing them on the way, telling them to go to Rafah and bombing them there, moving them out of Rafah to the coast, out of the desert, and continuing the bombing, telling them they had to come back to Rafah and then bombing again. There were 1.5 million people cooped up in Rafah. Now there are 65,000 remaining because Israel has said, you've got to get out of Rafah. Targeted hospital workers and health workers who could help to deal with the injuries people have faced. That's deliberate. Shame! They have targeted journalists because they've hoped that the news would not get out of Gaza if they targeted those journalists. They've killed more journalists in Gaza than in the whole of the Vietnam War in the 1960s and 70s. Shame! And they've killed children. Many of you will have the photographs of children today who have been murdered by Israel. They have killed the children because they do not want to see another generation of Palestinians. This is worse than racism and apartheid. This is worse than ethnic cleansing. This is genocide. This is murder. And our governments in the West should be arresting these war criminals in line with the findings of the international courts. And what are our
QB officers, you've got a guy flying a drone over crowds of people there.
There's
a guy flying a drone. And you're not allowed to climb over crowds of people. I saw him a minute ago, he was over there, but I've just seen the drone go up then.
What did he look like?
oh my God, he's wearing a mask, a black mask.
Yeah, he's in black.
He's got a black, like a large white Reebok drone bag.
selling these armaments. What are we doing?
Yeah, he's got like,
That's a drone.
that's a drone. He's breaking the law doing that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll feed it back. Thank you.
If it falls on somebody.
As the Palestinians who we ask every week when we say, what should we do? How can we help? They say, carry on doing what you're doing. That is today's thing. We keep on rising. We keep on demonstrating. We keep on taking all of these other actions against Elbit, against Barclays. And we have shut down, and branches all over the country being shut down and painted in red because Barclays shamefully have invested more in Elbit. Shame on Barclays!
Needed someone to say something, didn't it? Needed someone to say something.
Bank account? Not anymore, thank
Yeah, of course.
you. Really?
Let's say we started flying
Yeah,
drones.
okay.
These animals, weren't they?
That's it. And you think of all
So
the
we will
places say like
continue
EJ or
to march,
this
to
and all
protest,
the
to take
fly
action,
drones over
and we will
businesses.
continue to
How
do
good the
it
police go.
safely in the way that we have. We will not, please, respond to the provocation. We will not respond to the police. We will look out for the stewards of our road. And the stewards will be on the sides of the march, at the back and the front. front, back and sides. It's like a haircut. Few of you have got that one. And we will always ask everybody that if you see anything or you are worried about anything, then look out for one of these stewards and ask them to refer it on. Always look out for somebody who can help, and always, all of us, take our own responsibilities seriously on this march. Look out for each other. Keep yourself safe, take that responsibility and share it with the stewards, and let's have a really big clap for the stewards of the Youth Front for Palestine who have stewarded our marches and continue to do so. Fantastic work. Now we're going to have a few speakers here today, and I'm just going to introduce the first one to say a couple of words about another activity crucial in support of Palestine. Sally from the Big Ride for Palestine.
I don't think the police are bothered, you know.
And it was in response to the murderous attack on Gaza in 2014. This year's Big Ride is going to take place all over the country because it's the 10 years since that attack on Gaza, and now we're witnessing a much, much worse kind of attack on Gaza, that kind of genocide that we would never have expected to see, or hoped not to see. We probably did expect it. And the ride this year in Manchester is going to be on August the 3rd. It's going to be 36 miles with dropout points. So if you can ride a bike, you can join the Big Ride for Palestine. We can show our solidarity with the Palestinian people by covering a huge distance. We can ride for 36 miles, which is the length of the border between Gaza and Israel. And we can cover a much bigger distance than a march. We're not going to march 36 miles, that's for sure. But if you can't ride 36 miles, there will be dropout points. So you can always join the ride what you can, and then you can leave the ride. We're looking for at least 250 people to join the ride. You can sign up.
Excuse me, officers. You know, you've got someone flying a drone over and it's a criminal offence to fly over a crowd. They've been with it in the crowd somewhere. I know they had a bat.
No, they do worry about really.
Ah, right, that's all right.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the sea to the river! From the sea to the river! So our next contributor is going to be Norma, the chair of Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine. And anybody who needs to get themselves a flag, or get a photo, or get some information, or sign up for their contact details, if you're not already on one of the lists from the Youth Front for Palestine, Manchester, Palestine Action, Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine, they're waving in the corner there. Let's give the people on the stall a big cheer for all the work that they've done. So we've got quite a few of the children's photos at the front here. Anybody who hasn't got one who would like one of these, would just like to hold them up for me. He's murdered by Israel posters, these are really good.
But even at the one with the communist flag there as well. So they're putting the two penny worth in as well.
Palestinian Forum, they're doing amazing work. They've done this work. Somebody spent weeks getting all the names of those people who have died. Because when we hear the news, we hear every Israeli name, their family background and so on. And somehow,
It's all propaganda.
Palestinians just drop dead and they know what it is.
You get
And
propaganda
we will
on both
allow
sides.
that, and thanks to the Palestinian Forum, take a photo of their poster with all the names on, so that we can remember them, so that we can think about them. Now, just before we start the speeches, people here last week must have been disturbed by some of spent a lot of time working out
I've only got
how
two
to
videos
manage
up.
the march.
You're a vlog, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
I recognise you by your tattoos.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah.
always like that.
Biggest way we can affect the Zionists here. I'll tell you, one is to stick to the voice of Palestine. We're all about Palestine. And secondly, ignore them.
When you get on like doing the dance with the Barclays,
Do
for
not
political
speak, do
reasons,
not
it's telling you.
engage, do not try to put your flags to stop them filming, don't do anything. Ignore them, because those people are just looking to provoke. Where's Joe? Joe!
You see, because they don't like YouTubers, I thought I'll stick with them and then give them the jumping number.
In the centre of the audience.
They don't like it. When you mentioned about the
Now this photo
got hostage, they go
is a
quiet.
picture
They don't
of
know that.
3 children. You may not be able
They've got
to
their own agenda and that's it.
3 children.
run by
One
terrorists.
in ammunition. They're all in ammunition. That has been bombed.
An autistic audience.
And this girl found a wedding dress in the room.
Like a black fishing hat on.
Yeah.
And they took wedding dress and are wearing it.
Oh my God.
Go on, I might do that myself.
Just
a bit of I'll just pretend they're doing a documentary on the butcher.
These are what children are still able.
Don't get one of them dark lights down there, you'll be...
May was thinking, maybe this young girl dreams one day of wearing this wedding dress, but she may not live to do that. So she's making the most of it now. But I want to make sure that we keep fighting in order that she gets old enough to choose for herself. I also thought
The carry on doing well. The guy has his pants down and lost it all the time. Gordon Bunny.
That was funny, that was.
the one day her daughter would wear that. The children in Gaza, despite what's happening, still have dreams. And we have to try and show that these people
Did you
are
see that
not
video of DJ
just
India that
expendable.
chased by the people?
They have got lives, they are people that are worth saving.
They climb over the fence, over a railway track, they were chasing after him because he was
There
flying
is
his drone
no
over them.
way back for them. They have done so
They
much.
did a mass audit then after that.
Oh yeah, some mass audit.
They went quiet there, didn't they? Right, I suggested it to Dan. I said, I messaged him, I said, I think we need a mass audit after that, and everybody was saying it.
I mean, Martin, supposed to need to know that. But he's going to about auditing Yorkshire. I think he's got, not auditing Yorkshire, he needs that Yorkshire.
Oh, right, yeah.
I think he's sticking to Leeds.
I follow him as well. I follow them all.
I met him and wanted him. Nice guy, he is.
Yeah, he just, you know, he just does his thing quietly.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
There is no
He's very naughty, he's very good.
So is Marty with the law as well.
what they're doing.
I mean, they've always got, when they've been arrested, they've always got their civil claim in and got the money.
Marty's, I ordered some, because he makes key rings as well, so I ordered some off him. Amazon dropped them, someone nicked them off the doorstep. So I'm still waiting.
And thank you, Jewish Action for Palestine. Can you bring your post to the front so people can see it?
People in this country get all life. Fuck all.
Have it across here.
The one I've got to go tomorrow morning.
Because we're on the right side of humanity. But we're proud of what we can collectively do. And know them, keep safe, and keep each other safe. And if any steward tells you to do something, do it. They'll say, right, steward, do this.
I mean, ideally.
Because that's what we need. To not let them get in our heads. Okay? Now, we can start the speeches. Sorry about that. I was a bit prolonged. Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! 2 days ago, the Zionists targeted Gaza municipal workers and killed 5 of them. The municipality was doing the impossible to save others. With no means and no safety, these workers refused to abandon their people. And they knew very well that they might get killed. Because they shouldn't for anything that is trying to maintain some life in Gaza. I humble myself as I learn about the life, the spirit, and the resistance that the people of Gaza have managed to create under a 17-year-old blockade, completely isolated from us and from our own image about Gaza. And this is what Israel is attempting to crush day after day. I don't have a right to talk about my people's steadfastness from my own position at the moment without acknowledging what is wrong. When we talk about national steadfastness, we should continue to magnify, not to deny the immense suffering and pain people are going through. But we should do it in relation to ourselves.
Is that the guy with the drone, that one in the grey?
Nor in left chambers. Our officers
brought it down now.
steadfastness that we should have in order to end this genocide. Our own relentlessness in the struggle for justice. We must keep fighting the Zionist enablers on these streets right here. We must be a threat to those that facilitate Israeli crimes. We know too well that we are in a clash with everything aiming to crush the movement. And it is only these that we are doing the right thing. We want to survive ourselves.
Seen Charlie Beach yet?
No one said.
Probably here by now. He's probably had a run-in with
No one
Cozy.
else has a nice ride. Palestinians know that very well. So do all other peoples who have been colonized, brutalized, and tortured for decades. We also know that sacrifice is part of this road. الوطن بده تضحية. The homeland requires sacrifice. Our people, their safety and their lives require sacrifice. Outrage in the face of brutality is fine. It means you didn't normalize violence. But what is more important than outrage is rage. Rage is the fuel. We know these governments right here are not driven by morals, but by political interests, profits, and blood. So it is on the people to take action after action. In this road to change, remember the freedom fighter that stood alone and refused to surrender under the siege and the heavy fires of the army. Remember every person who sacrificed. Remember the martyrs' rose, the little pieces of paper or posts were those that know are going to die as their comrades to continue the journey. Remember the child who only wanted to play. Remember those that died alone with no mention of their pain. Remember the elderly woman having to leave her home for the third time with the wrinkles of pain and longing for home showing on her face. Remember the refugee camp the Israeli army was raiding every night. And most importantly, remember that this fight is not only a right, it is a duty. Thank you.
Have a look at the Looking Glass channel last week's, then you'll see how I'm doing.
Thank you. We've just been told also that, like the person at
You know
the
what
front,
triggered that off?
there's a few agitators
I'm
maybe
just wondering what triggered that
around.
brawl off.
The message is ignore, ignore, ignore. They are not worth.
She's telling them now to ignore people that they're going. Well, that suits me.
Yeah, that suits me.
What we're saying to us,
Because they make themselves look bad when they do hit out anyway.
if they're
To me, they're ruining their own cause when they do that. I don't get this thing with these headscarves round your head. I think they just make them look idiots.
And that's the cosplayers.
Yeah?
Like Charlie says.
No, if you want to do a peaceful protest, do a peaceful protest. I don't mind that. But when you start doing criminal damage to banks and breaking into other stuff, you've got democratic right to protest, but you don't have a right to start making trouble and causing criminal damage. Another lot I don't like is them just stop oil.
I get you.
And on the same day, I saw Palestinian neighborhoods. It's estimated that a photo of a pair of jean shoes that a girl was planning to wear. She no longer can, or she is no longer here. Over the past week's media cycles through traumatic massacres over and over again, the pattern becomes clear every day.
Pictures of
Constantly exposed these images behind the screen. Palestinian lives are not only statistics.
Maybe like.
I have wondered which
I don't give a shit.
of lifeless, malnourished, disabled,
Yeah,
tortured bodies.
he's well within his right to do it in a public setting.
Here,
I haven't got a problem. When he does me, I'll just zoom in on his face.
should be enough to make us mobilize. Yet we fall into the trap. I state that martyred bodies are not statistics. Each time you watch an infographic, 6 killed in the raid in the designated city zone, 640 children arrested. As humans, we start to distance ourselves behind our screens when things get dramatic. We render these human lives as numbers. Martyrs are made into statistics that we can digest. Therefore, when a settler decides to kill and massacre them, we must remind ourselves that each life has valuable and a rich story that statistics just cannot encapsulate. We cannot allow our oppressors to carry out the violence through desensitization. Hammond shared his life with us on Instagram.
After what happened last week, I was never going to go near the crowd. I was going to take a back step and further back. I mean, this is my first rodeo. I remember the video when you went down to the encampment down there. I was going to do that, and it was on the Sunday. On the floor. And I lost my bottle of something because there was that many people and they were looking at me in a strange way. So I thought, I'm on my own now.
Grateful for the fact that we can see such agency and power in Palestinian bodies. This we can jump completely upon their lives. Our march, rising up for Palestine, to march social justice is tied back to my university's complicity in genocide. Here I ask, how am I meant to be a political apologist if I cannot practice what I preach? So to all the students here today, we refuse to accept this slander on our work. When the institutions feel like they are losing power, they claim that we are threatening them, intimidating them, and last week's encampment saw this violence. Last week, MCR Manchester, we saw a similar spark for violence. One, shame! Shame! One, peaceful protest, non-violent protest protects the state.
One peaceful last week, wasn't it?
So what? Do we just sit here and take
Peaceful,
it?
my ass.
No!
How many bags have you done?
2! We have protested for 6
Yeah. They did three places in Manchester. They did the Market Street, they did the offices in Spinningfield,
Here
and they did
together we are
Moses
smart,
Street.
we are organized, and through together an organization and power we can see through their political narratives. Today we are here to claim our right to the city, to mobilize in this space, and express our frustration, our anger, and our fears towards the state. Unfortunately, as demonstrated last week, the police state will escalate against us. Yet to me, last week's event only proved that we, in our collective, in our numbers, in our thousands, in our millions, we keep each other safe and strong. It is interesting to read about state violence and police abolition, but you don't understand the police state until your right to protest is violently taken away for no justifiable reason. On a whim, out of spite, last week we saw it in their eyes, peering into some of the police's eyes. All I could see was ecstasy in their violence. Some men blatantly laughed and mocked us as one of my friends was dragged away by 5 men for just standing in the crowd. Say, my friend who I eat, sleep, laugh, pray, and mobilize with. During this class, I looked into the crowd and looked into the eyes of so many of you here, and I felt safe. As children and disabled-bodied people were thrown onto the ground, funneled in the air, I felt safe. Many of you, even though I only saw your eyes, I knew who you were, and I knew we were checking up on each other in that one little connection. And I felt safe.
To be honest, sometimes when you get these people speaking up there, just basically inciting hatred.
Should have startled us, but we know our position and our rights.
I'm horrible for just standing here.
The fact that the state had to
They're saying that on your live chat.
cancel our assembly means that we have taken strides in creating
Well, you know, you just
Standing here filming.
standing with the camera. But what's horrible about that? I'd say horrible is criminal damage and attacking people just because you're filming. That's horrible.
Should be honored as more than just a statistic, but an assemblage of beautiful life. We are here demanding for a free Palestine, one which the soil can grow. So we should find beauty in Palestinian resistance. When we see videos of kids playing football, cleaning up their own demolished flats, baking a cake, singing, praying, and laughing, Palestinian suffering comes with their own dose of joy and
Broke into another place recently and smashed all the computers. I think it was on the news. I can't remember where it was, but they broke in through the, smashed the windows up, broke into the place. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was the place who did weapons for
we will continue to mobilize for the collective liberation from all oppressive regimes, and to that thought we say, from the river to the sea! From the sea to the river! Free, free! Free, free! Free, free Palestine! I will always know that the young people's passion.
see a free Palestine. We need to stop this genocide. And we are on the right side of this genocide, protesting against it. Innocent Palestinians being killed in their own homes, raped, tortured, hurt in their own homes. Shame! The actions of the IDF, of the
Too far into it.
Shame on you lot, I bank with Barclays.
out of their homes and paying people who are of Jewish descent and Israeli descent to live in their homes illegally. This is not okay. What if somebody was to come into your home, tell you to get out because a new family's moving in? You will be stuck on the streets. A family of 4 stuck on the streets. What if you had a baby? What if you had an elderly parent that was with you and they were struggling? You sat there and you're on the streets and you've not got anything to do for. You need to stand up for yourself, and that's what the Palestinians are doing right now. They're standing up for themselves. They're standing up for what's happening, and they won't stop until they're dead. They are keeping going. They're not stopping, are they? We see the Palestinians, the courage. They like Norma was saying, the children, they still have their imagination. That doesn't let them stop their dreams. We won't stop. We will keep coming out. We won't let the UK government silence us. We won't let the UK media silence us. Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Free, free!
For 9 months we have witnessed the overwhelming and incomprehensible evidence of the genocide in Palestine. We have seen the body bags, the child amputees, the shell-shocked eyes of little children and men, the child prisoners being kidnapped by the occupation, and mothers sobbing over their children's bodies. We have seen martyr after martyr after martyr. We are now all too familiar with the hum of Israeli war drones and the sounds of missiles and bombs falling and the screams as people flee. Kim's voice will forever be etched in our minds and the sounds of the bullets after. We can now recognize the sound of Palestinians' gut-wrenching cries, and we know exactly what it means. The doctors who have visited Gaza have described on their return the smell of burning flesh that will stay with them for the rest of their lives. For 9 months we have seen it, heard it, and felt the unwavering bravery and courage of Palestinians, despite the adversities and the atrocities they continue to face. And still, there are people who choose to turn a blind eye. Even with all of the evidence in front of them, they choose to ignore the genocide as it continues. But after 9 months of people screaming at the top of their lungs for everybody to listen and raise their voices for humanity, some people have now decided to show up. We have been screaming at you to show up for 9 months. They have been screaming at you to show up for 9 months. So I wrote a poem about it, and this is what it is. It's called 9 months. 9 months. The time it takes for a mother to grow a child inside her body, or how long it takes for a toddler to learn to sit up. 9 months. The time it takes to train for a marathon or finish a worldwide tour, selling out stadium after stadium after stadium. 9 months, an entire school year if you don't count the holidays. Or the time it takes for a child to grow 2.5 inches, or to learn the alphabet, or tell the time, or learn how to speak. 9 months, the time it takes for you to decide how you'll spend Christmas with your family, and the gifts you'll buy, and the New Year's resolution They didn't get the chance to see their children learn how to sit up and walk and speak. 9 months. While you were on tour with your billions, you could have told them what was happening. You could have shed light on the shell-shocked children and the bond hospitals and the famine. You could have done more than sing and dance. You could have saved thousands of lives. 9 months of torture and cruelty and people begging you to just say something. Just something. Anything. Please. 9 months. What took you so long? Did your key freeze at the ignition? Did you find yourself on the way to this side of humanity, only for somebody to tell you who was going in the wrong direction? 9 months. What made you so uncertain that these babies who cried out for their mothers weren't worthy of your voice? Did you really have more to lose than the people who...
If you don't listen to the conspiracies, and then one comes through, you know what I mean? It's like...
But now that you're here, what are you going to do? Thank you.
Just a couple of quick announcements. Now you see this flag here. What will happen, don't do it now, but we need people to carry that flag. So, anybody willing to carry the flag will just, when we tell you to move, when you have the key messages, you stand there around it, the demonstration will set off, and then the people carrying the flag will follow on afterwards. But don't start moving yet, because the messages are going to come. That is just to get it in your head that there's work to do. Work to do. Okay, and here's another announcement.
Hi everyone, I'm Steph from Greater Manchester Stop the War Coalition. We bring greetings and solidarity, in solidarity with the Palestinian people. Just an announcement, we've got a public meeting organised with CND, Manchester Palestine Assembly and Greater Manchester Friends of Palestine called Palestine, Militarism and the Race to War and Election Special. Sunday the 30th of June. And of course, we are going to bring a loud message to whoever gets elected on July the 4th. We know whoever's going to get elected, especially the Labour Party, we bring a message to you. Your shit politics on Palestine is not forgotten. We will be here to hold you to account. We will be marching in exactly the same way as we have when the Tories are in power. And an important announcement about the 6th of July, 2 days after the general election, there's a national demonstration in London. And we have to be there in our hundreds of thousands to bring a loud message to the new government. We demand that you call for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire. We demand that you stop arming Israel. And we will not stop. We will be here week after week until that happens. And we say to the police, you can attack us. The government can attack us. The press can attack us. But we will not stop until Palestine is free. Solidarity.
Now listen carefully to the next. Make sure you put it into action on the march and be excited when you're marching.
Remember that girl there?
Hey, it's great to see so many people out for Palestine, and we know that the reason we are here is for Palestine, so let's keep that to the forefront of our minds throughout the demo. We We have to keep ourselves and each other safe so that we can keep coming out week after week until Palestine is free from the river to the sea. With that in mind, make sure we are not distracted by agitators or those who want to provoke us. Let's not give them any attention. We know why we're here. Do not speak to the police. They are not our friends. Do not speak to the police in blue bits. They are here to collect information. We will speak to them. We will have a well-being team who are here and stewards throughout the demo who are here for our collective safety and well-being. Please listen to them and follow their guidance. If you have concerns or feel unsafe, please let them know. The steward's position all the way down.
You get to know the regulars then.
Inside the demo and at the front and the back. And they are here to support you and de-escalate situations should we need that. We have this well-being team who will first aid trained. We have water if you need it, so please stay hydrated. We will have a doctor at the front of the march and at the back of the march in blue scrubs should you need them. A reminder again to please stay hydrated. Please look out for each other. Please look, we are all here in solidarity to look out for one another. Let's keep each other safe. Let's keep supporting each other. I'm going to run through the key messages and if you can please repeat after me so we can remember them. And let's try and remind each other of these as we go. Again, let's not get agitated, let's not get provoked. Remember the key messages. Okay. We keep each other safe. We do not talk to the press. We do not engage with counter-protesters. We do not engage with agitators.
Why don't you tell them not to ruin Barclays Bank?
If you are arrested, say no comment.
Say no comment.
Ask under what power. Do not accept a caution. If you are arrested, do not accept the duty solicitor. Call Robert Lazar solicitors. If you witness an arrest, alert others around you. Make sure they have a bus card. We leave no one behind. No comment. No personal details.
Congratulations.
Under what power? No caution. No duty solicitor.
That's certainly a wedding to remember, isn't it, huh? Certainly a wedding to remember.
Only we can keep each other safe. Okay, thank you everyone. We have bus cards in English and Arabic if you need them. Look out for each other. And free, free! Free, free!
Okay, people who are carrying the flight tickets inside the wait to be told to move on. You're carrying a flag for Palestine. You're carrying the Palestinian flag. Let's be proud of that. Let's make everybody see it. The march can start. The people who are going on the march, start going this way. Start moving if you're not carrying the flag. Start moving. The flag is going towards the back. So anybody going on the march, please come round.
Right, once it's set off, jump on.
Right guys, come on, let's get it moving, let's get this one of the biggest marches we've had in a while.
Yeah, it's going to go all the way into
Those outfits on. Have you just been to a wedding?
What?
Have you just been to a wedding?
No, we were just over here for the weekend. We saw all this from the tram, like, you know, we'd be involved in this back in Ireland. How's it
Have a
going?
good day.
So you too, man. You too.
Where do you come from?
Dublin.
Where?
Dublin in Ireland.
Oh, Love Island.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Ireland, it was in Belfast. That coastal road to the Giant's Causeway, beautiful.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I love it, that's part of it. Thank you, lads.
go down, I'll go down with you. You always get strength in numbers.
Somebody give me a leaflet. Somebody give me one and I took it. I was busy.
Nice one. I would have done the same. got his drone up again. I don't think he should be putting that up there either, really. I know there's not crowds under it, but... Is that DJI, that one? Just be careful when you go in over the clouds, because police will do you for that. Have a good day.
Well, we're just looking around. Pupils up.
Right, safe distance that.
Compilation video.
All the police time as well as taxpayers' money paid for that.
to Piccadilly Gardens,
Yes.
is it?
Yeah.
Who's Piccadilly on?
No, we're going to find another way around to Piccadilly Gardens.
Sorry, I mean Cracky Gardens.
Cracky Gardens, that's the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just go straight to
We'll go straight up, mate.
Yep.
Before they get here, we'll go.
Yeah.
What's up, been staying on? That's what.